As you know, our topic of learning today is les adjectifs possessive. Les adjectifs possessive means the possessive adjectives. So firstly, I wish to clear what is an adjective. Adjective is a word that qualifies a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. So we have done one lesson on adjectives of color. You can refer to that too if you want to learn about adjectives. In today's lesson, we'll be learning about adjective possessive. Adjective possessive is an adjective that will show the possession. Okay. So for example, in English, if I want to say my book. Now, book is a noun and this my is showing possession and it is qualifying this book. Whose book is this? This is my book. So, this my here is an adjective, and what kind of adjective is this? This is a possessive adjective. And other examples can be your bag. So, now the bag is a noun here. And this your is an adjective which is qualifying the bag, and this is showing the possession. So this is adjective possessive. Now, before we learn the adjective possessives in French, I wish to give you a bit gist of the adjective possessive in English, because when we are learning a new language, we tend to correlate it with the language we already have learned. So I'm just telling you in connection with the English. Here, if we have the possessor is I, if the possessor is I and the object or the noun is book or bag, which possessive adjective do we use? If I say I love my book, so possessive adjective with if the possessor is I, we use my book or my bag. It's same for both of them. So it's my book and my bag. And if it is you, then you use the possessive adjective your book and your bag. So you see, this possessive adjective is not changing here. It is invariable in case of English. With he, the possessive adjective is his book and his bag. So here in every case, the adjective possessive is not changing. It is invariable, be it whatever object or noun. But this is not the case in French. If you people already know Hindi, you might understand French better in this case, as there, we have different possessive adjectives in case of different genders of noun. As you already know, in French, for every noun, we have to learn that which gender it belongs to. For example, if it is stylo, are you people aware of what is this? Stylo, what this word means in English? This is a pen. This is French. Stylo means a pen. Now, stylo is masculine. So if you have to use my pen, because it is masculine, you will be using masculine possessive adjective. So now I start with a table where I'll tell you what adjective possessive we use in French. So let's start here. If the possessor is je, which means I in English, so if the possessor is je, with masculine, the adjective used is mon. And with feminine, it is ma. And with plural, it is me. So if you have to say my pen, as I told you, you'll be using mon stylo, because stylo, which is a pen, is masculine in French. And if you have to use my mother, then you'll be using ma mère, which is feminine. And if you have to use my parents, because parent is plural, you'll be using mes parents. So I repeat once again here, with je, the possessive adjectives are mon, ma and mes. Okay, and now the second possessor here is tu, which means you, and the possessive adjectives we'll be using here would be ton for masculine, ta for feminine, and te for plural. So if you have to say your pen, so in case of this mot, you'll be using ton stylo. And if you have to use your mother, you'll be using ta mère. And if you have to say your parents, then you'll be saying tes parents. Do you get my point here? I hope I'm making myself clear. Now we'll be using with the third possessor, and which is il or elle. Okay, il or elle, which means he or she. He or she. Here the possessive adjective for masculine is son, for feminine it is sa, and for plural it is se. So if you have to use his father or her father, then you'll be using son père. And if you want to say his mother or her mother, that would be sa mère. Okay, so do you understand that firstly you have to see who is the possessor, and then you have to see what is the thing possessed. On this you have to determine your possessive adjective. Then if it is for parents, for plural, you will say ses parents, whether it is his parents or her parents. Okay, it is say here. Okay, then we move on to the next one, and which is nous. Nous means we in English. And for this we have, for masculine it is notre, for feminine also it is the same, notre, and for plural it is nos, N-O-S is no. So in case of his or her father, if you want to use our father, then you will be using notre père. And in case of his, her mother, if you want to say our mother, then you will be using notre mère. And for our parents, because parent is plural, parents is plural, so you will be using nos parents. I hope you are getting the topic. Okay, so now we move on to another one, and which is vous. Vous in English means you again, for plural or in the formal sense, vous. So for vous, the masculine possessive adjective is votre. For feminine again it is the same, votre, and for plural it becomes vos. So if you want to say your father, then you'll be using votre père, and your mother would become votre mère, because this is feminine, and your parents will become vos parents. Okay, now we go to the last possessor in our list, and that is il plural and elle plural, which means they. Il is masculine they and elle is for feminine they. Okay, so here possessive adjective is, for masculine it is leur, for feminine also it is the same leur, and for plural it is leur again, but with an S. The pronunciation is the same, but it ends with an S. So if you want to say their father, you'll be saying leur père. Their mother would become leur mère again, and their parents would become leur with an S and parents. So here you see, you have to see both things. First you have to see the possessor, and then if you come to understand who is the possessor, then you are left with three options, which is masculine, feminine and plural. Then you have to see the object possessed, and if the object possessed is masculine, you will be using the masculine possessive adjectives. If the object possessed is feminine, then you will be using this grid here for feminine possessive adjectives, and if it is plural, then you will be using this third one. I hope this is clear. Using the possessive adjective with the object, firstly check the possessor. Okay, so check the possessor first, and on the basis of possessor you see which out of these three, masculine, feminine or plural possessive adjective, will be okay for you. And the second rule, which is very important, is if, okay, if the object possessed, now here I told you, you have checked the possessor, you have checked the object possessed, but in case if the object possessed starts with a vowel, okay, please pay attention, if it starts with a vowel, okay, I'll also give you examples here. If it starts with a vowel, then use masculine adjective possessive. And why this is done so, I will give you the explanation of that too. I give you examples here. See, for example, you have the word oncle. Oncle means uncle in English, oncle. And you have to use the adjective possessive here, and the possessor is je, that means I. So you have to use my uncle. So which possessive adjective would you be using here? Because this is masculine, so naturally the adjective possessive becomes mon. I give you more example here. Now the second thing here is armoire. Armoire is the object, which is a wardrobe or almirah in English. Okay. Now here armoire is feminine. I am telling you this, that is why, you know, I keep insisting that whenever you are increasing your French vocabulary, or whenever you are learning new words in French, always use them or always learn them with articles, so that you come to know whether the word is masculine or feminine, because this is a bit trickier part of French. Now here I am telling you this armoire is feminine, and if the possessor again is je only here, and you want to use my almirah, naturally your choice would be ma. Okay, your choice would be ma, because armoire, as I told you, is feminine. So you have the option ma in the feminine grid. So you'll be using ma armoire, which is wrong. Okay. As per this rule, if the object possessed starts with a vowel, here the armoire is starting with a vowel. I'm just giving it more time for you to understand, because this is important actually. So if it starts with a vowel, you have to use masculine adjective possessive, and masculine adjective possessive is mon. So it becomes mon armoire, and this mo is right. Now why you have used this? If you learn this, you will not commit mistakes in using the language. Why they have used? Because when the French people, if they thought that if they use ma armoire, there is a clash between this a and this a here. So to remove that confusion and this clash of vowels, they used masculine adjectives with the objects starting with a vowel. So this is mon armoire, there is a liaison here. So it becomes mon armoire. Okay. Again, I give you one more example. For example, if you have the word horloge. Horloge means a clock. Clock in French. Okay. A clock in English, sorry. So horloge. Horloge again is starting with a vowel here. And this is feminine. Again, I am telling you for the reference. This is a feminine object and it is starting with a vowel. So though it is feminine, we will not use the feminine possessive adjective because it is starting with a vowel. So here again you will use the adjective possessive, which is masculine, whether it is mon, ton for your clock, my clock would be mon horloge. I hope I am clear in making this point. Now I would like you to practice few sentences so that you gather the vocabulary also and few translation also. Okay, so if you have to say, for example, if you have to say I take my breakfast. Okay, I take my breakfast. Now, how would you be translating this? I in French is je, and to take is the verb prendre, and with je it is conjugated as this, je prends. And je prends mon petit déjeuner. Je prends mon petit déjeuner, because petit déjeuner here is masculine. We used the masculine possessive adjective here. Okay. You love your pen, or you like your pen. And how would we translate this? Tu aimes, love is the verb aimer. Tu aimes, and the conjugation will be aimes. Tu aimes, and pen is stylo, as I told you. So you'll be using tu aimes ton stylo. Okay. And he wears his tie. He wears his tie or necktie, and the translation would be il porte. This is the verb for to wear. Il porte, and the tie is cravate. Cravat, and this is feminine. So what possessive adjective should I fill in here? He wears his tie. Now possessor is il, and the thing possessed is feminine. Okay, so with il we have three options: son, sa, se, and as I told you, this is feminine. We'll be using the possessive adjective sa. So il porte sa cravate. Okay, so here we use some fill in the blanks I have written here, and you have to guess what possessive adjectives we will be using here. So the first sentence here is nous prenons blank repas avec, again a blank, famille. I translate this for your convenience. This means we take. We take meals with dash family. So here I have to use we take. Now the possessor here is nous, and so with the possessor we have the options. If you remember the grid, it is notre, notre for masculine, for feminine, and for plural it is nos. Okay, so here this repas means meals, and this is ending in an s. This is a plural, so we use this nos here. So this becomes nous prenons nos repas, and now this is avec blank famille. Now famille here is feminine, family is feminine, so we choose the feminine option, and that is notre. So here the sentence becomes nous prenons nos repas avec notre famille. That means we take our meals with our family. Now the second sentence here is je pars en vacances avec dash amis. So it is I leave in vacations with dash friend. Now here if you see, the possessor is je, and with je our options of adjective possessive are mo, ma, me. So now we will check what is the object possessed. Now here we have to use I leave in vacations with my friend. So the object possessed here is friend, and if you see it is ending in e, this is a feminine friend. Okay, so for feminine we have this option ma. Okay, we have this option ma here, but you have to use the second rule where I told you there should not be a vowel clash here. So when the object possessed is starting with a vowel, you have to use masculine possessive adjective only to avoid this vowel clash. So here again we will use mon ami. Okay, and the pronunciation becomes mon ami because of the liaison here with N and A. Okay, so this is je pars en vacances avec mon ami. Is this clear? Okay, then we move to the next one, which is tu pars en vacances avec dash ami. I have deliberately used the similar sentence here just to make you show the difference. Now here the possessor is tu, and with tu the possessive adjectives which we can use is ton, ta or te. Now we see what is the object possessed. The object possessed here for which we are using the adjective possessive is my friend. Now this friend is masculine friend here. So obviously in masculine we don't have a problem, we'll use ton only. So in this case I just wanted to make it clear whether it is masculine or feminine. If the object is starting with a vowel, you will use masculine possessive adjective to avoid vowel clash. Okay, so please keep this in mind. Now the fourth one is vous placez dash livre dans dash armoire. Vous is the possessor here, which means you. So now we see what options do we have. We have votre for masculine, votre for feminine, and vos for plural. Okay, so here the thing possessed here is livre, which is books, and this is plural as it is ending in s. We use vos, the option vos here. So vous placez vos livres dans, and now this is armoire. Armoire, as I told you a little while ago, is feminine, but again it is starting with a vowel. But here, you know, we don't have a problem because masculine feminine is same here. So we use votre. So vous placez vos livres dans votre armoire. That means you place your books in your wardrobe or in your almirah. Okay, so I hope I make this topic clear to you. Okay, so these two rules which I have described, Please keep this in mind and you won't commit a mistake. Keep practicing. Au revoir.